I don't know if you guys heard, but The View tends to tilt left.
Oh,
but
no.
I always thought that, but I didn't see the stats.
So The View only has one view.
That's what I'm getting. Yeah.
It is the
and it's blurry.
Right. We're telling you this because there's a study that the Media Research Center conducted. They watched every episode from January 6th, right before the election, till July 25th. And they noticed something. There have not been no conservatives being interviewed, zero. But there have been 102 left-leaning guests, but zero conservatives.
I mean, just look at them. You got former President Joe Biden, Tammy Duckworth, John Fetterman, Michigan Governor Whitmer, Elizabeth Warren, Jasmine Crockett, Klobuchar. You got Pritzker, and Chuck Schumer, Wes Moore, and Hakeem Jeffries.
All right, good luck with that, guys. It's the least surprising stat ever. By the way, they used to be somewhat balanced. Remember, Barbara Walters started this to get some political points of view, no script, and just get a conversation going and let us know what women talk about when they're together. Right? And then what happened? It ends up being an angry Democratic show.
Well, and they're also not just these politicians. They're liberals in Hollywood that have been on The View in this year, in 2025, like Eva Longoria, Julianne Moore, Amber Ruffin, Wanda Sykes. There have been a lot of them.
Well, so
Gloria Steinem.
So it's not just the fact that they're inviting the liberals. When there is a conservative there, or even one of their co-panels, because, you know, there's always the one that they have. Most of the time it's a never-Trumper or someone that's in that seat. They're so nasty to the people of opposing views. They say that they have a couple of independents there, but they find a way to always agree with the Democrats.
Right.
It's not that Republicans don't want to come on the show, but when you go there, you've seen plenty of times where Whoopi Goldberg will walk off the set when someone of a opposing view joins the show.
Yeah.
All right, so remember when Joe Biden decided to show everyone that he still had his A game, even though he had lost in the election? Remember this great comment that went unchallenged that he gave at The View?
Why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised, not because I didn't think the vice president was the most qualified person to be president. I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman, she's this, she's that. I mean, it really, I've never seen quite as successful and a consistent campaign undercutting the notion that a woman couldn't lead the country and a woman of mixed race.
Knowing what you know now, do you think you would have beat him?
Yeah, he still got 7 million fewer votes.
Yes.
Okay. A lot of people didn't show up. Number one. Number two, they're very close in those toss-up states. It wasn't a slam dunk.
Yeah, he's clueless still. Obviously, he would have lost.
I just remember the multiple times during that interview that Jill Biden had to step in and correct. I mean, this guy was running the country. Was the first lady having to step in when he's handling negotiations, international relations, military?
85% of her press coverage was positive. She had over $1 billion raised. There's no sexism.
No.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhardt. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.